you're gonna be successful or you're gonna fail. So at the end of the day, don't nothing beat a fail but to try. Right. That's it. Just try. That's all anybody can ask you to do. I land my plane.
Cap, I just want to ask you this. Were you just in that live?
Thank y'all for the gifts. Tap the screen.
No, not you, Glam. Cap, were you just in that live and did you just see that?
Yeah, I was in your live. I ended up leaving. Your box wasn't on, so I left and came over here.
Hey,
yes, I was going to tell you your request box wasn't on, but I came over here. Yeah, I was there.
Okay, and Cap, I just want to see, after you heard everything that I stated, was I right or was I wrong?
I see both of y'all points. So let me say why I see both of y'all points. I understand. Okay, first of all, you can't get a group of people in a room and we don't have our own agendas bringing it to the table. So that's the first thing. You ain't gonna strip nobody agenda away. Everybody, it was 14 people in there. 14 people had 14 different reasons for being there. I think some people just reveal their agenda a lot quicker than others. I wasn't even gonna go live. I wasn't even gonna go live and talk about it. I didn't stream it. I made a post said the meeting went well. I'm sitting here chilling with my llamas. Okay, I wasn't even gonna go live. Apparently, though, other people had other ideas.
Have you been seeing it? Have you been seeing what's going on the internet about that meeting? It's rough.
Okay, Ms. Netra, Ms. Netra, we shook the room. I don't care what nobody says.
I don't have much respect for you, but I don't think we should. But listen, please, y'all, because I got to be truthful in how I feel because I was in there. I don't feel like I shook shit. This is me. Now, anybody else in the room that feel like you shook something, please explain it to me because I feel like
you got all the TikTok that stop.
But listen, I feel like what we're trying to do and what God can prevail on needs order. There has to be order. There has to be minutes. What happened today is we streamed a very first meeting and we all said at the end, we really, other than assigning people positions, that's why the first meeting, because I didn't even know we were coming in and signing positions. So the first meeting should have been order. Put everybody in position. Then we can talk about what we're going to do. And if I continue, if anybody wants to hear me out, if we're going to do this, first is order. And whoever say goofy, I don't give a shit. I don't care. We can't stream anything that we don't even have order in within ourselves. So, and I don't have to look like a bully. Let me stop reading the comments because y'all are part of the problem. See, that's something we should have. But listen, prime example. Can I finish, please? Please. That's a prime example. So today, to me, should have been order. It should have been order. Everybody get their positions. We vote on who go where, which closet we gonna sit in until you call a damn name or whatever. Then after we get order and say, this is the order and this is what the plan to do. Once we get an understanding, because none of us were all together at the live when we discussed it publicly. Then after that, then we can say, okay, y'all, meet number 1. It's going to be live stream. But today, I came in thinking, 1, it wasn't going to be live stream. 2, I didn't know we were going to be putting people in order. And 3, we mentioned people where people should not be mentioned. And then 4, now we're out here having disagreement when we shouldn't even have this just me. And I'm just.
So you, Miss Netra, you feel as though it was based off of it being streamed or it was based off of the lives that took place after the meeting?
I think it's based off of the lives. She asked me a question, Glenn. Let me finish. The lives can't take place if the folk don't know what happened. So it's about the streaming and no order.
The lives is going to take place anyway, Miss Netra. People,
but they wouldn't have had all the tea on what happened on the inside.
The streaming. That Blake made it said we're going to get him off the internet by the end of the year. The moment he dropped that out of his mouth, people begin to say y'all are bullies. The big creators trying to get rid of small people.
I don't care what people say, because you know what? Guess what? They was calling me that yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. It doesn't matter what they came out of that meeting saying. Nobody said to run. Nobody but one creator said run them two off the app. Everybody else said don't platform them.
Him being ran off the internet, then Heartbreaker should be ran off the internet because she brought a lot of drama too. So we can't say, oh, we don't want one when we don't want the other. Oh, let's get this and let's get that.
That was cleared up. But that was cleared up that nobody has the power to run. Yes, it was. I specifically said you cannot run anybody off an app or the internet. You can refuse them access to your space and your platform. That wasn't even put on the table for a motion to run him off the app. That person stated it and it got shot down. I have the recording. It's uploading right now. I specifically said you can't run anybody off.
Three people said it out loud. Netra said it, Kappa said it, and T-Time said, I'm out. That's what those were the three opposition. Everybody else kept quiet. Let's call it what it was.
The three people that opposed to putting to not doing what? Who you said the rest of us
taking Blaze. I didn't even know who Blaze was.
Let me first. I was getting ready to say.
I'm fixing to bring Aunt Karen up. Who can I drop right quick?
And I don't know a Blaze and a Scholar to be taught. I don't know them personally.
I don't know either one of them.
You can try me.
For me to say something, you're correct. I did go on mute. I was on mute. But what I did state is I'm not protecting any small creator. That's what I stated. And apparently that's what got a few things started. I'm not here to be a police officer to follow anybody, to go behind anybody on anything. You talking about?
She got a call.
I tripped. But no, the whole thing, I'm not there to protect anybody. Kev said there to not do what? Not to talk about each other's kids, put each other's kids in the backdrop, not to put people in the backdrop. And what was the last one? Not to be doxing people.
Not to use people for content and dox them.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. So when you go to talking about, oh, well, what about you protect the small time creators? That's not what I'm here for. That's not what was discussed. And from what I recall, Miss Netra agreed with me, Chef agreed with me, and T-Time agreed with me. So that's not what we were here for. I don't know how that was supposed to get sprung upon us. I'm not supposed to be watching nobody's child. Don't get on the internet if you can't handle the smoke. Don't nobody come to my defense when I'm arguing.
Well, I think most of y'all, and I'm just guessing, came to that to see what y'all could do in y'all's lives.
Somebody, you can drive me.
I got you, Kiana. You're not part of the meeting.
I'm not talking to you.
And now you got something to say every time somebody say something. Shut up.
Yeah. Y'all, please, let's not.
Netra, do you want me on your live?
Kiana, you know
Hello, everyone.
I rock with both of y'all.
So that's why I'm like, why can't she tell me to shut up on your live?
But listen, I don't want y'all to do that. Please, y'all, let's not. I love both of y'all.
She's not going to tell me anything.
Okay. Karen.
But I just told you.
I ain't paying no attention to you.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Please.
I want to hear from Aunt Karen.
Okay, so
let Mario, after you speak, I want to hear from Aunt Karen.
I feel like people are intentionally.
Karen.
No, don't do that.
This Karen, he's a moderator. If you don't mind respecting him, Karen, he's a moderator. He just want to give away order.
I don't know that. You told me to speak next. I hate when somebody do that.
Huh? I was in the middle of talking. And sis, and hold on.
I don't know who's the mod. I don't know who that is.
Sis, okay,
don't
Karen.
sis me. Please don't do that.
Go ahead, Karen. Go ahead.
He was supposed to go first, though. That's what.
Go ahead, Karen.
See, that's another thing that we need to talk about in the meeting is that what the moderators have the responsibility on the live when they are moderators. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, but I did tell you to speak, but it was two other people that were still going. So when I asked Mario, maybe I should have said, Aunt Karen, hold a second, let's get Mario in. But one thing that we have to do is we got to learn how to respect each other on these platforms. That's why I don't think it's no big creators. I will say this to you, Aunt Karen, you're the only one that got a blue check. Hey, I'm trying to get down there. Do you understand? If I ain't got no blue check by my name, I should have please take big off for me until TikTok give me a damn blue check before we go down. So if we'll let Mario, please say a commercial and then we'll hear from Aunt Karen, I will respectfully appreciate it.
Thank you, Miss Netra. Now, what I was going to say when, that happened, y'all on Miss Netra Live, no matter what y'all got going on amongst yourselves, y'all take that off of her live. Please, when you come up here, be respectful to one another. Y'all are gonna can disagree to agree, whatever the case may be, but please be respectful to one another.
I appreciate you, Mario, but I have no idea who this person is. I don't.
Yep, and I understand that. That's why I needed to come in and say what I needed to say.
I sent you a message too, Mario.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna land my plane, and Karen, I apologize. I apologize for calling you sis. I won't do that again. I'm just doing what my sis told me to do. You may have not heard her sit there and say, Karen, hey, you after Mario. I'm Mario. I'm one of her mods. For all those that in the box don't know, or down there in the comments don't know, I'm one of her mods. When I'm able to, I come up and we do order. Just like sis says, we gonna do order. So you come up here in this box, be respectful. Because I have no problem, and I'll hear it later, I have no problem muting somebody, and we don't have no problem blocking, because there's plenty of us. God bless. Go ahead, Karen.
Okay. I did not hear what she had said. It sounded like to me she asked me to go and then you. I also did not know that you were a mod. And I understand what the people in the comments are saying. I appreciate that. But it's obviously very confusing when you get up here and somebody says go ahead and then you don't, whatever. That being said, I feel like there are people taking what Genty said out of context when he said, you know what, fuck this. Your comment section doing too much for me. Fuck this. I'm dropping.
Baby, ain't Claire
your comment section rude as fuck. Fuck that.
Listen, see, this what, y'all, we gotta listen. See, I'm finna, y'all, I am so damn real for this. I don't think that I was signed up to be a part of this part. I don't know what's going on. And some of my folk done asked me, just tell me, ain't it? I had one today say, just tell me if this is a skit. But I'm gonna say this. We cannot be victims of our own fucking war. If we have sat there and watched the comments do the same shit that's going on right now, some of these folk ain't never been here before. We got to eat the whole loaf. And that's why it shouldn't have been streamed, because there's some shit that Miss Netra gonna say, and a lot of people ain't gonna like me after this live, and I'm okay with that, because I got some folk that God done assigned me to that's gonna stay here and rock with me. But until we get tough enough to lead ourselves, we can't lead no damn body. We cannot let the comments destroy us when we be the main ones saying don't read the comments. We read the comments. I'm in the damn comments and up here. Both of them. I'm there at the same damn time. So how can we have the same damn type of comments in our life? Now when it's somewhere else, we cannot take it. We cannot be them type of people. That's the shit that should have been talked about off the air. So when we get on the air, folk will know what the fuck we talking about. Now we look like we need leading. Now somebody need to come grab our damn hand. Take us over damn there. Cause all of us need to get over damn there. That's why I damn said the other day, take big off my name. Cause until we all can get in the same damn position and place, we all are nobodies. Fucking nobodies. Excuse me to your big bigs, but I'm talking to some of us lit bitty bigs. Some of us lit bitty bigs ain't made it there yet. So I would love to attend the next damn meeting, but in the next meeting, damn it, we gonna have some order. Cause now we the shit show. Now we look like we didn't have shit together. Cause now the people that was in the meeting can't even sit on the goddamn platform together. This is sickening my ass. And to the people around me that told me to go this morning, we got some shit to talk about. We be all over here talking about spirit of discernment when I woke up this morning and told y'all I wasn't supposed to be there. But you know what? We all gonna learn. We gonna damn learn. Period. Pooh. Kappa, you held order today.
May I answer?
Kappa, I'm not trying to destroy nothing that you put in order today. You got all the paperwork in play. But I'm telling you, I can't attend a nothing streamed. I can't. Pencil me out. I can't. I'm not. I'm not.
And that's definitely your right. I was gonna answer Trip. You asked who did I think was right or wrong. I think y'all both have valid points. I believe that everybody should make their money the way they need to make their money, however they see fit, unless it's hurting somebody else. So when he said that portion, I think Slim is going through a little bit of emotion with everything that's been so traumatic for him over the last couple of weeks. It's been kind of rough. So sometimes he might come off, a little harder than he typically would.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with anything anybody said in the meeting because no matter what, I want realness. So, and I understand, Miss Netra, if you feel like iron the kinks out first before you go full public, but then I always believe in transparency. So, but I would be willing to meet you in the middle. Maybe the first hour need not be streamed. And maybe the second hour, we could recap what we went over in a uniform fashion because there's always room for compromise. I think and the reason why I said we shook the room, because TikTok stood still and watched us. And if we set the example and show them, yeah, we had a rough start. Yeah, everybody not going to get along. We can still make this work and then come out with some great objectives and put that across and people can use that blueprint. Who knows? What if we spark the person that's going to build the next social media app where Black people aren't mistreated, where Black people aren't shadow banned, where Black people don't overwhelmingly lose their accounts? What if we spark that ideal for the next person, which there is the Blam Fam app? Maybe he use our blueprint when he blow up. Who knows? I'm always willing to try, and I'll try till I have nothing left in me. And I hope that you guys, Trip, you, Miss Netra, and everybody that was at the table will continue this walk with me while we all learn and grow, because we can't go to one thing and just give up. What if you stopped at the first time you ran into some app? Soon as you got on this app, you had nobody following you. What if you had stopped? You wouldn't have been where you're at now. Trip, what about you? You wouldn't be where you're at right now, sitting in this panel, giving relevant information to people. So I'm not going to stop. I'm going to assist and help. And then I'm going to help another creator that want to do more of a woman-centric type of thing. I want to help her get that off the ground. And if I could take my content and move it to positive and help people do stuff like that versus sitting here talking about people and green screening people and just flat out dragging people, then maybe that's what the hell I need to do. So you got called, but I got called too. We just got called for different things. And I land my plane.
I have much respect for you, Capo. I do.
Hey, sis, can I?
Listen, that 1 hour before, and we did that in our escape room. The first hour, it was the people, the OGs, they call us the OGs. And then we let in the newcomers. Because anything that we needed to discuss before the new people came in, we did that for the first hour. So, I just know I don't know, just somebody else talk.
Hey, Netra, can I chime in real quick? I'm gonna make some comments.
Hey, Monica.
And then I'm gonna drop.
Everybody.
I wasn't really planning to come up, but I was hearing the conversation and I listened to the stream.
Thank y'all for the gift.
Wanted to share a few things. I think the meeting was a great idea. Despite what some are saying, I think this meeting was relatively successful in that it was the first meeting. It was an opportunity to pull everyone together. And like Kappa just said, when you first do something, there's going to be opposition. There's going to be some opinions. Now, one of the things that doing this work, when you're bringing groups together for the first time, a few things have to be established first. First, there should be an agenda that is established, that is written and clearly communicated. This is what we're going to discuss. I don't know if that happened or not, other than we're just coming together. Someone has to lay out, these are the topics. This is what we're going to discuss to keep the meeting focused. Those who were leading that meeting, though, did a really good job of really keeping the conversation going, even in places and moments. Yeah, we're going to do what we do as people. We have thoughts. We have independent thought. We think differently. That's another thing that I want to kind of throw into this conversation. It's not always a matter of who.
I dropped two people. Chef is here and Honey. Sorry. Who is Honey?
Yeah, you can drop me and bring me back.
Okay, baby.
It's not always a matter. It's not always a matter of who is right or wrong. It's just the fact that sometimes we do things different. So you have to create a safe space that when I think differently from you, Netra, or I'm thinking differently from, whoa, Chef, thank you, I'm the echo. When I think differently from Netra or Kappa or Trip or somebody else, I just think differently. And so how do we create a space when that happens, when my viewpoint is different from your viewpoint, but we still come together? So with that being had, there have to be some shared language and some shared definitions. You know, sis, you just talked about mods. Everybody's mods don't operate the same way in all of their lives and all of their spaces, right? So that's going to be different. What are the things we can come together and sort of agree upon? Because before we can bring correction, we have to have some shared identity. And before we start kicking folks off the island, there has to be a process that is put in place to really approach the person in the best positive way possible before we get to that point saying, oh, just remove that person. But before you even get to that, we have to come to some place and say, okay, yes, we agree here and we don't agree there. That's what we heard tonight. Some were saying, well, I don't agree about being a protector. Others were saying, well, I do agree about being a protector. And so I'm not trying to watch the comments, but and y'all can take some of this. I'm not even going to do that, right? But I just want to kind of share those things. I think it was a great meeting.
Devon, I have a question.
Yeah.
It's not, the streaming to me is a problem now, or it was a problem in the beginning. I can't say now, because I felt like what has happened was going to happen. I don't see, thank y'all for the, I don't see the positive in what's happening now. I know the positive, but let me finish, bro. I know the positive and what the intentions were in the room. Even with Blaze's name being brought up. Now, I can't run nobody off of TikTok, so I don't agree with that part. But I know Chef, I know Kappa, I know that everybody in the room hopefully is wanting positivity. But I don't think like Trip and Slim the Bumtez and Aunt Carrie came up. The key factors look like now we ain't got it together. So this is what I'm saying. Why are we streaming when the key factors need to make sure we are intact before we can even be displayed as anything? And that's just me asking.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this real quick and I'm gonna get out of here because Chef, I know you're gonna chime in. Because streaming was the next thing that I was going to mention, whether streamed or not. And we know this from TikTok. Whether it was streamed or not, somebody may have been recording parts of the conversation and would have leaked out parts. And I agree with Kappa, though, to have complete transparency, it probably was better for it to go ahead and to be streamed. And Netra, you serve in your own local government. And in many places, those city council meetings, the Senate meetings, all of these things, they are streamed and made available to the public so that you can get a way of anyone coming around and saying, well, you didn't say this, or no, you said that, or a person taking one part of the conversation and lifting it out because they have an ulterior motive and they want to paint a narrative. I think it can be helpful to stream. People are going to get pieces. They're going to have opinions. Like I said, basically what we're doing, anyone who has ever been a part of meetings like this, there's always a meeting after the meeting, right? So that when we're in group settings like that, there's something called group think. We often group think along because we're in the pressure of that moment. But when you step outside of that meeting, you're starting to process what's being said. Each person gets back with their own constituents. Each person gets back with their own group. So now our groups have opinions. Well, did you hear that part? And so now we have the meeting after the meeting. And so one of the things that I'm hoping that this does not stop the possible positive impact that something like this could have when content creators of color are coming together and saying, instead of us fighting and bickering all the time, we need to come together. So we cannot let our good intentions be evil spoken of. There are about 1,100 people in this room. There are going to be 1,100 different opinions. But the core group wants, and I think it was a great idea to come together and say, what is our mission? And working on that, if we can agree to this, then we can build. The challenge was that was not put in place before this meeting, which it would not have been put in place before this meeting. But I think that's going to be the mechanism that's going to help this group stay together. So I would say, Netra, we can talk, on the backside about this, but I hope you stay with it though, but stick to your values and stick to your views, because I think your voice, Kappa's voice, Tripp's voice, everybody's voice in that space it has a purpose and it has a role, but it has to be, again, this sense of we need to hear from each other and not talk to each other, not talk over each other. But underneath that, though, some of these beefs that we've been carrying on, y'all, some of this stuff got to heal also, because if we don't heal it, we're going to continue to bring this tension and these other motives to the conversation, so we're not being pure when we're standing at the table when we're discussing.
And that's his too damn point too. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's my brother named Javon, and man, he just brought it back to a full damn circle. Oh, and he make me sick when he'll be on his way back because I see him coming from afar. Dang, Coach, why didn't you stay in the comments? You don't come up here like this all the time.
I was trying to. I'm out here. Thank y'all for the gifts. Love y'all.
Somebody talking about he got to follow, baby. Rose, leave my brother alone, but I know he'll be your uncle. Rose, that's your uncle brother. Y'all, he has that type of insight. Kappa, we need to talk behind. And Chef. Go ahead, Chef Foxy. Oh, Lord God help. Do I still have an echo? No. Okay. First off, let me say. What? Can anybody understand her? Go ahead. Glam, we couldn't understand nothing you said. Okay, so first of all, let me say, hey, sweet faces. Second of all, I'm really trying to understand what people thought was going to happen when this came together not 48 hours ago. Literally, 48 hours ago. It was an idea, and then me and Kev expounded on it by that much, and then there was another live that was had, and then we came together. I'm not going to hold you. The fact that Kappa had an agenda written down with one of her llamas prepared to be everything that we needed to be with the votes and the this and the that, because what I thought it was going to be was a round table townhouse type thing. But I actually appreciate Kappa had foresight to say, nope, this got to be organized because these are some big personalities and we need to keep structure, order. And I get it. She's in an MC. I was in an MC. So I totally get it. Because otherwise, nothing can get accomplished. What the hell were y'all expecting in the first meeting? I really don't understand why everybody is coming at this as if it was this big failure. It was the first meeting from something that was birthed not 2 days ago. This is not something that we've been planning for 2 weeks, for 2 months, for 2 days ago. 2. We established a structure as to who we are within the organization, and now we are trying to figure out exactly what it is. Kev had a broad idea of we need to be the example. Okay, cool. That I'm all in favor of that. Some of us, fuck it, I'm not gonna do that. Slim is still, we have all been drugged. Kappa's been drugged, Trip's been drugged, Netra's been drugged, me, T. Every last one of us know what it feels like to have our names, our pictures, our information on a goddamn backdrop and be drugged by someone either you cared about or don't even fucking know. He is coming off of the back of this just happening 2 days ago. Literally. So he's still just kind of in a fucked up place mentally. Put yourself in that place that you were in when you were in the height of your dragon. Your mind, you're not thinking clearly. And then he had a real intimate relationship, not sexual, with this person. He's feeling betrayed. He's feeling all these things. And now we're in this. So what I truly is boggling my mind is what I was hoping would happen post meeting
is that when people went live, because our assignment for the next meeting is to come up with our mission statement. I'm a business owner. Netra's a business owner. Kappa's a business owner. Several of us are business owners. We had to write a business plan. We didn't just start a business. You have to write a plan. You have to have a mission. You have to know your demographic. You have to understand who you're selling, what they want, how they want. Meeting that lasted 2 hours. What the hell was y'all? We are not the Geneva Convention. What did y'all expect?
And listen, guys, the only reason why the only reason why this is discussed now publicly, that's Chef. I'm gonna echo you, Chef, till you talk. You the only one can talk when you talking. But this is being discussed. Okay, Corey, I thought you was talking about why are we discussing it now because it was broadcasted. But I see you're talking about Slim. I'm only speaking of it because each one of us have our own following. And I don't know about y'all phone, but my phone has not stopped since. And I feel like since we were involved in the meeting, that I feel like we're the ones in there. Now we need to come out and straighten up while we are being talked about now again in another live and clear up how it was meant on this guy named Blaze, because we're not trying to run Blaze off. And I think that's what Karen was trying to come up and say, is that it was misunderstood. So I can't speak for Genty. So I can't, but I can speak for those that spoke up after it was said. Nobody is here to run nobody off. We're all here for improvement. All of us are learning something. Even tonight, this live is helping us learn a little bit more. I don't know Blaze. That's what I'm saying. I don't know Blaze. So that lets you know. You don't know him and I don't know him. So we ain't trying to run him out from nowhere. So I want to see improvement. I do. I just want order. That's all. I just want order. And maybe this is how the first one was supposed to go. I don't know.
All I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna drop, is I was really hoping after this first meeting, considering we were given a specific assignment, that we would take that. I didn't expect people to be quiet about it. It was strained, but that we would take that, talk to our people, and be the ambassador from your people to the coalition or whatever the hell we are, to say, okay, y'all, we were assigned. We got to come up with a mission statement. What is it that what y'all need from us? What y'all want from us? What y'all want to see from us? I ain't seen that yet. This is my 4th live that I've run through. I ain't seen it yet.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't nobody said they telling us the wrong in the meeting, but I really ain't heard nobody really talk about the right. Is there not anybody in the room that can give anything right that went on in the meeting? I
can say
I did say I was disappointed. I
like that they picked out somebody to lead. They had a follow-up person. I like the idea of everything, but I think whenever Genty or whatever his DJ said what he said, by the end of the year he'll be off this app. I think that's the only thing that everybody heard, because the moment that dropped from his head, and I went through 4 lives, and everybody was saying the same thing. The big creators are trying to get rid of the small creators. They building the mob. Who made them TikTok gods? Like everybody, that was what the comments was. And I'm sure maybe he didn't mean it that way, but because he singled out one person and said that one thing, that's what made the whole thing go to crap. But outside of that, if he wouldn't have said the man's name, he could have just said everything he said and not said his name. He could have said everything he said and not said by the end of the year, have his platform not be. And it wasn't only him. He said 2 people's names. I think that if he wouldn't have done that, then it would have been a great meeting.
Yeah, there was nothing else wrong with that meeting. Honestly, y'all, there was nothing else wrong with that meeting, but 2 other content creators' names got called. Other than that, when I say Robert's Rules of Order was to the T, Yeah, the commissioner did good. Everybody voted. Y'all, I guess because of Zoom, it was lag, but it took y'all a minute to get your votes across. So we was kind of like waiting on y'all to vote for a few seconds or whatever. But Petty came up with an idea for that. Said, hey, raise your hand. So y'all did good. I just think it came off like it was a mob against two content creators.
It was cleared up, but it may have been cleared up. But let's be honest, whenever somebody hears something, they hear the first thing and they don't hear nothing else. That's how people are. Yes, they should be adults. Yes, they should hear other stuff. But when they hear that, they don't hear nothing else. That's why the young man made us live about the whole thing. And we can say, yeah, he's caused havoc, but we do got other creators who caused havoc as well. So if we're going to start all over, let's just start all over. You know what I'm saying? But everything else was great. Like, I thought it was very nice what y'all did.
To me, I know, and let me say this real quick. In the background, real quick, I do want to say, if y'all don't know Kyla, that's my internet niece. I know y'all say we don't have families out here, but she is my internet niece, and I do love her. This is a logo that she made for us on Big O. Our family on Big O is family over everything, FOE. I don't know if they hear, but they'll probably start dropping FOE in a minute. But if you have not joined a family on Big O and you're looking to join one, this is where the advertising come in. Family over everything. If not, Rose is downstairs. Rose has her own family on Big O. Jerica is in a family on Big O. Y'all see how we don't care over here? We go wherever we want to go. Jerica rock with me. She a mod. Come here for Thanksgiving and everything. But when Jerica got the Big O, Jerica over there is somebody else's family. And we go right over there and support. Ain't no fucking hating. We go right over there and support Jerica. She didn't have to join Miss Netra's family. Period. Do you, boo-boo? We just here to support you in everything you do. With that being said, J-Walk said, what's the end results? I don't want to be out of nothing that God intends for me to be in. And maybe I'm jumping a little hysterical because, y'all, this is the most fighting I done had. All my life I had to fight. That's an understatement. I ain't never had to fight like this on no. Period. Strangers? At least I knew them and they did something to me. But if I'm supposed to be included, I want to be included. And if this is how we gonna do it, this is how we gonna do it. But I think one thing that as a whole, even your commenters, everybody need work. Ain't nobody running nobody from nowhere. But y'all commenters, we all need a little work. Y'all say y'all want to see positivity, and the minute we try to bring a little positivity and they stream it, y'all done tow it to damn part. But I'm not going to say I was happy with everything that happened. I'm not going to say I was. I didn't want it streamed. But if this the reason why I needed to be streamed so we can see how we really act, and I don't know. But I just hope that the next one, and it'll be, I guess, is the stream cap on April the 3rd?
Well, we're gonna have to vote on it. I would say if half of the group is uncomfortable with the streaming, then why don't we do the first half not streamed and get like the real legwork done, and then our commissioner can then stay on and explain the decisions that was made with anybody that would be okay with it being streamed or that portion of it. I think we should do half and half. That's what I would put on the table so that we can have a happy medium. Because some people was absolutely adamant they wanted to stream to their audience, and others did not want it streamed to the audience. So we have to find a happy compromise. And I was waiting around. I was gonna drop when Trip, because if you don't mind, because Trip wanted to respond.
Y'all go ahead. I'm on break. Go ahead. I'm listening and looking.
No, I think the only thing that I was asking about, and you had answered it in the comments, I was talking about that situation that had just taken place after the meeting between myself and Slim.
Yeah, I feel like Slim, I want to go with what Chef said, and I feel like he's coming off of a relationship, not that type of relationship, a platonic relationship. He lost portion of his online family because they were tight. They did rock with each other. And then this Cash App situation happened. So I think, Trip, you caught a stray. I don't really think Slim was uncomfortable speaking because everybody on that panel, in the meeting was cool with Slim. Nobody had any issues or beef. No, I made sure nobody talked to anybody over or skipped people or shouted people down. I had my mute finger right there. And I kept, going back and forth communicating with the commissioner so that she would know, hey, you skipped XYZ. I was reading your comments, Trip, because you was putting them in the chat. And you said you had been waiting. And I reminded the commissioner, hey, Trip's waiting. So, long as we have like order and, because first of all, a live stream is chaotic. Second of all, life is chaotic. Third of all, it's an honor to have people come, take time out of their day and come and sit with you to hear anything that you have to say. So I look at it like a positive thing because not everybody have a voice, and to be selected to sit with people and have a voice, that's an honor. So I'm not going to come out of the meeting and go live and slam anything or anybody about the meeting because I appreciate everybody's time and perspective. And I mean, we just got to find a happy medium. Now, back to the chaotic part of the beginning of the meeting, you can't form a board until you meet to form a board. So it's like a meeting for a meeting. So this first meeting was putting our structure in place. Once we got the structure in place, now we know how to vote and work. We got a faster way to vote. We know how Zoom work. We'll get better and better at coming on and off mute, watching for not talking over people, getting recognized by the commissioner or the floor or the chair. So now we can move on after we have already had these bumps. We can now move on to get it better. The goal, like I said, the goal is never, and I cleared that up. Nobody can run anybody off the internet. That is not what this was about. This has never been about that. You don't have to like the person. You don't have to agree with the person. You can call the person out. You can say whatever you want about the person because you're an adult. But at the end of the day, nobody can run anybody off the internet. They can only choose to take themselves off the internet. But what I can do is I can control who comes on my platform and who comes in my room. However, I have no authority to go to any of y'all and tell any of y'all, don't let this person over here, don't let that person over there. And if it ever gets to that point, I would never agree to that unless we had a vote. One person, one vote, period, point blank. You do not silence people because my feelings towards somebody is not going to be the same as the next person. And I can't stand those two individuals either. However, that don't mean you can't stand them, Miss Netra. So who am I to tell you you have to not like them? You might actually like them.
Yeah, I don't even know them. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never met Blazer. I ain't Sparkle. I ain't never heard of that one before. But I do have a question. I have a question. Some of the people that follow over here wanted to know will we be opening up, and I would like to see this happen instead of this part of it, but is there a possibility to open up the lives and we all come together after the meeting and give the people a space to ask us questions and to give insight of what they would like to see as far as change? And no matter if it's from the mods, because I've had several calls today and said, y'all going to be talking about how y'all moderators treat us and what we would allow, clock it, Bella, what we allow for our moderators to do, because this is one rule I want to put in play. If you've been in a fight over there with somebody as a mod and you come over here and they come in the comments and they get along with Miss Netra, I don't know. So I think it's fair to give that person a chance to come up in the box if they get muted or something. Hey, Miss Netra, I'm enjoying your live. I don't have nothing against you, but I just got through having a whole argument with Mario. And then me and Mario need to talk behind the scene and say, as a moderator, we cannot take personal beef to the platform. So I'm trying to just say, how can we get together and can we allow the people come in and say, this what y'all do wrong? Because we got to know what we do wrong as creators too, not just what people doing wrong to us, if I can say that. And listen, I just started letting you come over here in Miami. If you say child one more damn time, I know what child mean. Child is like, child, don't do that shit over here. You finna get muted. Mute up. You hear me? Muted first, booted second. Damn it. Now no child over here no more. You just got comfortable. Damn, where is D at when you need her? We said take your shoes off, but don't put your damn socks in your shoes. Don't get comfortable. It's your first day here. Downstairs is the comments. Period, Pooh.
I think that's a good idea for all the creators involved to go back to their platform, start a live, and have an open discussion with the supporters that they have. Take note, bring it back to the next meeting of relevance, or maybe even type it out and send it ahead so that people could read what was being said, and or post it. People can listen to the videos while they get ready for work, do whatever. I agree. I think feedback is necessary. You know, no matter how many people we put at the table, you still don't know everything. So yes, the people that support us, the people that come to our lives, they are relevant and they definitely should have some type of input. And as the person at the table, we need to listen to them and bring that input back to the table, because maybe we're approaching things wrong and maybe one of our supporters may have the solution to a problem. So I will 100% go live after the meeting and talk to the people that support me.
Yeah, I'm muted, man. Y'all, I'm muted. Go ahead, Chef. I'm sorry. Yeah, we said the first time. Oh, well, that did meet the first time. We stopped. Go ahead, Chef.
That to me is the only purpose, honestly, of streaming the live. If you aren't going to leave the meeting and then go to the live and discuss with your supporters what they witnessed, answer questions, elaborate, get ideas, what the hell is the purpose? I get full transparency, so they see what's going on, and then we leave the meeting and then we just act like it never happened. That I don't know, call me crazy, but that's what I thought they wanted to stream it for. I'm just, yeah.
It makes sense. It makes sense. That's the only sense it makes for it to be framed, is to come back, and because I had to tell the people that kept, I was like, okay, y'all, we're going to have to take it on back to the live, because they like, Amy, you seeing this over here? Sis, do you see this over there? They going off on you over here. Shit, I couldn't keep up with the lives that had something to say, so it's like, we got to take it back to the platforms. Yes, Trip, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so I agree, Chef Foxy, that yes, it was to be taken back to platforms and discussed, but it was supposed to be taken back, meaning what you said in the meeting is what you said to your platform. Not you didn't say something in a meeting, you didn't tell anybody in the meeting that you had a problem with something, and go to your platform and voice all of your concerns about what's not going to work and why you agree with them and why things are going bad. And so my whole thing with Slim was not that Slim had a conversation with his platform. Slim told them, he told Chef, and he told you, Chef, and he told Petty, oh, I had concerns, things that I wanted to say, but I wasn't going to say it in front of everybody. And I said, well, you knew who all was going to be there. So if you knew who all was coming, you had ample time to say you weren't comfortable speaking in front of them. You knew for 2 days straight. And then once you got there and saw who was all there, okay, he said, well, that's why I chose not to speak. Okay, fine. But then why did you choose to go to a live that had, you was in front of 14 people, ignored them, wouldn't say nothing, but you get in front of 200 and you gonna run the whole story down and tell them everything you don't like, but you claim that you're in a room full of influencers who can make changes. So why not tell those 14 opposed to the 200?
Now, come on, Slim. Come on now.
There was no reason for him to do that. He should have stood on what he said in that meeting. Either you have what you say in the meeting match up, or he shouldn't have came and told his people nothing, because he told his people everything he was scared to claim to people. He was scared to say to the people that he claimed could help.
I have a question. Hi, panel. And I'm gonna drop down after this, probably. But I just want to know, like, can somebody explain to us, like, what is the major beef that's going on? Like, why is it that y'all have to have a Zoom meeting about TikTok creations and TikTok moderators and stuff like that? Like, us color. Why are we going through that?
The point of it, the point of it was
way past all that. Well, I'm talking about because I am a person that goes.
Chef, I'm gonna drop you and bring you right back so you won't echo. So I'm gonna bring Chef right back. Go ahead and finish so when she come back she can speak.
Okay, so I'm not speaking of. I'm not about to say I watch everybody's live. I pop in and I pop out, but I'm noticing
Send a request, Chef. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm noticing every time I see a live, like everybody different content, different stuff y'all do, but I notice y'all not getting along with each other. Why is it taking a Zoom meeting? Why is it taking all of this, what is going, listen, I done heard so many. I'm just trying to get caught up to date or something because it's just really.
After I'll give you what my thoughts are. Go ahead, Chef. And I'm gonna meet you so Chef on echo.
Okay, so TikTok is TikTok, right? I've always said it's how TikTok is how you choose to use it. It can be your entertainment, it can be business, it can be love connection, it can be just a dance app, it could be a whole lot of different things. For those of us that were involved in that particular meeting, we are all on a certain side of TikTok where we are all intermingled with each other. All of our followers pretty much are the same that we see in all of the same lives. And while there has been drama, I've been going live since April, not on my own platform, but just as somebody in a box. So I'm just coming up on a year. TikTok has been messy. This isn't new. I will say these last probably 3 months of TikTok, maybe even 4, has been just different. It has been a completely different kind of messy. It has been a lot. And as content creators, one of us suggested, hey, we're going to have disagreements, but if we as the creators just simply agree not to drag each other, not to make each other our content, then that in and of itself can keep down a lot of the unnecessary beefs, because kind of like with Bigo, you have families. Here, I see these different the different platforms almost as families. You got a head, that's the creator, and their family, their mods, their supporters. They are gonna rock with them until the wheels fall off. And a lot of times, a creator may get into it with another creator, and then the families are at odds. The creators are okay, but the families are still fucked up. And then it causes another issue between the creators. So if we just simply can come together and make it so that we understand that we do wield a influence. I hate to say that word, but we do. If we can be the example of what we would like to see, then okay, let's do that. I'm not trying to be no mafia. I'm not trying to be no organized crime family or nothing where we, like they say, are booting people off the island. It's don't get it twisted. This can be, if done right, this can be something that is taken to a whole nother level. But I'm not even going to go there with that right now, because we still trying to figure out the basics, the foundation, the genesis of who and what we are. So that was the point. Because we are all on the same side of TikTok, it's like, hey, can we as the creators come together and just say, listen, we've got to be better. We've got to do better. Let's show our supporters that we can be the best versions of ourselves.
I agree.
Can I ask you, Miss Lady?
Mm-hmm.
So my stance on it is probably going to sound similar to Chef, but you asked the question, and I'm sure it's probably more people up here that got an answer for you. So let me give you my answer. I was asked to come into a meeting that I can stand 10 toes down and go in, but I have to first say this about Miss Netra. I've been involved in some of the shit out here. So to some of y'all that don't understand what's going on as a content creator, this shit can get very stressful, period. The same way you want to know why we're meeting, it's the same thing we want to know, why are we meeting? A lot of y'all expectations, not saying you, so please don't take it personal, but the expectations from the people can become pressure. Now somebody will say, log off the app if it become pressure, but no, that's an understatement to somebody that's over here making a career out of it, that has a great following. Because everybody not poison out here, but there is some poison out here which can make us toxic too. And I'm just speaking for me, because I done become a little toxic. You understand? So if I can get with a group of people and we can say enough is enough, what can we do better as content creators? What kind of content can... See, I used to have good content. People used to come in my room and say, Miss Netra, what's the topic today? For the last 6 months, people been my topic. Fights been my topic. No matter how far I've run. Now I done turned to a whole roasting queen out here. Stop me, I'm on day 3. And I put up 2 fingers because sometimes I get confused. But I don't want to be the roasting queen of TikTok because I can go there. I want to be more of a person that has order, that people are following somebody with purpose, that they not wasting if it is a cash app, because people got to complain about that. But whatever they giving, whether it's time, cash app, helping me reach a tiger in the room, a bear, whatever, y'all play a big part in us. So yeah, we want to get together. People laughing at it saying, what's going on? Why they doing this? Don't y'all expect us to be better people? Because y'all the one sitting in the comments. Well, y'all the one typing what you think we bringing to y'all. So why is it now that we're getting together, whether it look like a shit show today or whatever? Why is it now that we're trying to work towards something? The topic is more of what's going wrong than what we gonna end up being and doing right. Like, so, okay, go ahead, baby, because I can.
I'm sorry not to cut you off, and I'm going to say this: I am not questioning like what's going wrong. Like, one, I'm not taking it offensively or anything, but what I'm saying is more of a because it is some messy people on TikTok. They do like to see the drama. They do like to see the, back and forth. And then there is some grown folks that just like to get on here and enjoy and be entertained or, indulge with other people from other states or whatever. So what I am saying is this: you're going to have those people that want the messiness of it. And I don't think all content creators are going to agree to, not be messy. But in y'all meeting or y'all Zoom, because I didn't understand what it was totally about, but I keep hearing it on different platforms. And now I get an understanding of it. Just, I'm guessing, agree to not, make yours about the bashing or something. Each person do it. I don't know. But it was really disheartening because, like you said, for the last week, I'll be on at work. I'll get off on my lunch break. I'll look at it. And it's like all the content creators are going against each other. Me personally, I'm not trying to be a content creator. Don't want to be. I just like interacting with you guys. I like talking to the people. I like hearing the topics. But it's just really messy to see all y'all going against each other. I'm like, they can't make money together. It can't be a group thing.
Well, we're not fighting against each other. That's why we sit in the room amongst one another.
Well, I'm not saying everybody on your platform.
We're the civilized ones in the room. But
no, I'm not saying the people that's on your panel. I'm saying, like, if I leave here and click off, I might go to another live and I see something else and it's like, no, don't go over there. Listen, some of us people who go from live to live are not looking to just be, we we taking sides with people. That's not it. We just want good content. We just want good entertainment. We not here for the messiness of it. Well, at least I hope the grown folks ain't.
I bet you if we stop right now and start answering and asking questions, you probably know half of what we know. So some of us be in the mess. Like, we got to just be real. The mess ain't going to go away. It's not going nowhere. We got to be real. Somebody still tomorrow, you're going to tune in. They're going to be screaming and hollering for 6.
With people. That's not it. We just want good content. We just want good entertainment. We not here for the messiness of it. Well, at least I hope the grown folks ain't.
I bet you if we stop right now and start answering and asking questions, you probably know half of what we know. So some of us be in the mess. Like, we got to just be real. The mess ain't going to go away. It's not going nowhere. We got to be real. Somebody still tomorrow, you're going to tune in. They're going to be screaming and hollering for 6:30 in the morning. We going to still be in them damn comments. But it's still a way that I'm just being real with you. We got to stop acting like this meeting finna stop mess from happening on TikTok.
Right, that's what I was saying. Like, what is it geared towards? So
that's how you know we've been in mess, because you've been following the mess. Let's be real.
No. I ain't been following nothing. Listen. I asked you what was it about, because listen, I literally don't know the mess. I just hear when I click on, somebody will be doing some music, somebody will be doing some mess, and then I click off. But do you think that each content creator just need to pick what they gonna do? Like, is you gonna be on the mess, or is you gonna be on a, you gotta.
I think right now at this point, I hate that it's your first time here. I'm gonna take you on back downstairs with the rest of the folk. I don't have nothing against you, Lady D, but we don't need no Debbie Downers in the room right now. Please, ma'am, have a respectful place in the comments. We'll see you back when you understand what page we on. At this point, I don't have time for the shit show. It's freaking Friday. We're not doing none of that shit. We done argued enough after the meeting. We not doing that, period. If you can't come up here and tell us something that we can do to help us, stay your ass downstairs.
Miss Netra, how you doing? I got some advice. How you doing?
Jesus.
And I'm giving advice from somebody that is still somewhat a content creator, but done the live thing, been through the drama thing, the doxing thing. I've been through all that shit. So I can give you a real honest perspective. Okay. I watched, and I'm going to use this word because Rose got me saying it 40 million times, but I have duality. I can be messy in the comments and be nosy, and I can also be someone that can honestly see peace, change, and try to have a genuine perspective. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it should be live, and there's a couple of reasons why. And this is me, somebody that enjoyed viewing, saying this. There was people that was in your meeting that was in the comments. How can you be focused on what's being said in the meeting if you are paying attention to the comments? The same thing that you were trying to correct, the same thing that you were trying to get rid of.
Trip, you after her. Don't leave, Trip, because I want to hear what you say before you leave. Ah, shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was waiting on Trip too.
I swear to God, I'll be quiet. Because
let me let you land. Let somebody go get Trip. Tell Trip, because I put her downstairs and just let you come, but Trip was next. And then I want to hear your thoughts, because we do have to stay focused when we inside the room.
I apologize, Trip.
That's okay. Somebody go get Trip.
I didn't mean to cut her off. I swear to God, I'm sorry, Trip. My bad.
Yeah, that's why I said I was going to drop and let you go. I just need to hear what Trip last thoughts. But I do want to take this time to say, Chef Foxy, to have that responsibility thrown in your lap. You did a wonderful job following the agenda and the information that you was given. So thank you for that. Listen, I'm going to land my plane with this statement, and I'm going to go if Trip's not coming back. If you ever think about
coming back?
I know I said if she don't come back.
Yeah, I'm going to call her. There she go, because I was going to call her. Come on back,
if you ever think about anything that you started, even a first day at school, a first day in a job, anything you ever tried to start, everything didn't go as planned. You could have been as prepared as possible, and things always comes up and out the clear blue. Maybe in training, somebody might get a little long-winded, whatever, we can never plan for every possible contingency. I'm proud that a whole bunch of melanated people put their differences to the side and came to the table and actually listened to each other and is willing to work things out. And yeah, some things were said that probably hurt some feelings inside and outside of the room. Some people acted, like, I guess, when they was in the meeting, they acted one way. When they came out, they acted another way. And that's all okay. None of that is a deal breaker for me, because at the end of the day, somebody got to step the fuck up and do something. You can't just sit here and wait for the next person to make it right. If you not willing to take these bullets, I'm going to take all of them. Y'all going to give me all the bullets after every single meeting, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to wait on She-Go to make my stuff better. I'm not going to wait on Miss Netra to make my stuff better. I got to get off my ass and I got to make my situation better. And if that means I got to stop drag talk or stop being toxic on TikTok, then so be it. But we ain't take Bigo off the table, heifers, and we ain't take IG, and we ain't take YouTube off the tables. I got all them doggone platforms. So, but I'm saying I'm willing to come to the table, and if I got to do something, anything, even if they said, Kappa, you ain't got no, and this is my backup, but you don't got no big old stupid platform. You just come take notes. I would have came and I'd have been the best damn note taker y'all had ever asked to be sitting up in the room. I wouldn't have said a word. I would have took all them notes, because anything to help my brothers and sisters not be stressed every day in their life and then get online and try to make a little money and be stressed. I'm going to take I don't care who mad at me. I'm going to be at the next meeting. I'm going to be early at the next meeting.
Come on, I got other stuff I can.
I'm going to be early at the next meeting. Because I'm doing this for me, but I'm also doing this for them. And if somebody don't like it, then that's cool then. Then go take your ass a seat or go create it yourself. Period, point blank.
I'm with you when you
then
right.
Then go do you. And do it damn good too. Because I'm going to be at the next meeting. I'm going to be 20 minutes early at the next meeting. Because I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing this for people that look like me. And damn it, we're going to be successful. Naysayers, watch my ass. Tell me I can't do it and fucking watch me do it. All right, Miss Netra, I'll land my plane.
Good to me, baby. This is good to me.
Thank you.
Ooh, child. And you know what? That's one good thing, Kappa, you just said. And then Jaywalk, I want to hear from you. Trip says she over at Aunt Karen's, and she'll be right back. She just over there Aunt Karen talking about it. I think that those that feel like, because we're not failures, but I know some of y'all probably feel like we failed you in the content creating world. And, hey, y'all failed us. Hey, potato. Oh, thank you for the galaxy, Kappa. Potato, tomato. We all been there. You hear me? But one thing about it, Kappa says something, basically, let me rephrase it. Watch me work. Like, have you ever seen somebody change clothes in a blink of an eye? Shit, clothes has changed, baby. It don't take all day for real. Like, for real. To the Debbie Dabbers in the room, they'll be saying, don't be talking about no Debbie Dabbers. But some of y'all just really have a lot of doubt going on right now. And probably because y'all want to see a bunch of confusion keep going.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Jay Walk. Yes, you can say Jay, and then Jay Walk.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm going to make it as quick as I can. But basically what I was stating is, when you're dealing with an issue, when you're trying to rid that issue and you're inviting that same issue into the meeting to rid that issue, is going to continue. And that's why I think we're having this conversation right now. I don't think it's solely because of trolls and people in the comments, because obviously we have another issue that was just spoke on with Trip and Slim. But I do know that when the comments are there, that opens another invite. And like I was stating before, you had people that were in the meeting, that were in the comments, that were paying more attention to what we were saying in the comments versus what was actually going on in the meeting. And that causes a problem also, because how can you honestly solve what's going on if you're not hearing what I'm saying? In order for us to have an adequate meeting, there needs to be adequate communication. And if you're inviting 1,000 people that can't even be in the room to speak, but you only have 8 people allowed to speak, then basically the communication is set up improper from the beginning. And I know that you had no way of controlling that, because you want everything to be fair, and there's partial people that want there to be, it to be streamed, and there's the other half that doesn't want it to be streamed.
No control. It was voted. I said no.
Right.
Don't stream.
For those that are listening, I will hope that they will understand where the streaming caused an issue, but it's not just that. I also have another piece of advice, and this is just me, and you don't have to listen to me. I understand that. But when the lady came in, I think it was yesterday, and offered mediation services and she was neutral, I feel like she should have been more accepted rather than turned away. And here's the reason why. Even though you picked a mediator that you wanted that knew everybody, you still kind of have to think that there might be a bias, because even if they know everybody and get along with everybody, they may know one person longer than they knew the other. They may have went through more than they went through with the other, even though they're cool with both of them. I may be cool with Miss Netra and I may be cool with Kappa, but I knew Kappa for 2 years. I knew Miss Netra for 6 months. I'm cool with both of them though. But the level of cool is different. So what I feel like is when that woman tried to enter yesterday and she tried to be a mediator, she literally said she didn't know anybody. Even though it wasn't intentional, I feel like she was turned away because it's like, who are you? You're trying to just enter our space and you're trying to mediate. We don't know you. You could be just, trying to get into the middle of us. I also feel like it could have genuinely been a black woman that see a lot of black people going at it and could have been a mediator. I could be wrong. But if you know someone that is a mediator.
Hey, Netra.
Which we all know different people. Hey, Ty. We all know different people. You see what I'm saying? But if you know someone that is a mediator that knows none of you all, I feel like that genuinely would also help the situation, because, again, in a situation where you're dealing with someone that knows everyone, we think, because of the way we think, that because they know everyone and they're cool with everyone, that the bias is not going to be there. But again, there still could be a bias there based off of how long they knew you. So I feel like,
but I will say, as far as watching Chef, and I know none of us really know each other.
There's nothing against anybody that was mediating.
I think Chef was, as far as picking out of the people in the room, because I don't know who Scholar is. A Scholar, I might be, because I don't know that person. So Scholar, if you're listening, Miss Netra don't know you, I'm gonna say your name, because I ain't scared to say people names over here. Shit, some other folk might be, but I ain't scared to say your name. So I don't know Scholar.
I don't. People are like adamant in the comments. I don't know anything about anybody being a Scholar supporter. I'm not going to jump on any rumors. I don't know if y'all know me.
I think that's the thing. You can't bring in somebody.
I've done
because
TikTok
the lady did come up, but it
y'all
sounded like she already had issues with other people in the room. I think that's why they said no. And in the beginning, we were told that Chef Foxy had never had a problem with anybody else in the room. So I think that was a fair vote, because she was non-biased. She has no issue with nobody in the room. Me and T-Time, y'all know we done called each other name out loud on loudspeaker and all that. So Chef was non-biased. So I think that was a good vote for Chef.
The person in the comments that say that Chef supports Scholar, I am not aware of that. And if y'all are sitting up here saying that, then y'all are going.
Scholar was
no, someone just put that to me in the comments and saying that I'm wrong, dropping in the box for saying, that there should be a mediator that doesn't support people because Chef supports Scholar. I don't know about that, but what I'm saying is, I'm speaking as a viewer in general. I didn't even know who the mediator was. What I'm saying is the mediator that offered services the other day should have been more considered. So y'all clearly aren't listening. But Ms. Netra, other than that, from what I've heard from the meeting, I do feel like it was very, very well organized. I feel like people tried to have an honest chance to have an opinion, to have a voice. They had timed conversations, so therefore nobody went over the other one. I just feel like, again, if you did it more so in a setting where it's just you all, and then we have an opinion after the fact, because I agree with Kappa or whoever stated that, y'all can go live after the fact. This is what we stated. This is what we agreed to. This is what we're going to move forward with, because you want your supporters to know, but you don't want them to know everything, because once their opinions start to mix in with the meeting, it takes away from the focus of the original meeting.
Yeah. I don't think it should be streamed. I think we should just I think that we should come out. I don't know. I think that the people, if we're the ones that they are following, then that we should be getting ideas from you all and taking it back to the meeting. And because we know, let me speak for myself, because we mean us, and then Jay Walk right after me start talking. I know what it takes to do better. I'll be 49 in 2 weeks. I know they say I look 78, but hey, I'm gonna get this back in a minute. But in 2 weeks, I'll be 49 years old. I promise y'all, nobody has to tell me what it takes for me to be a grown ass woman. And that's to be grown, you gotta know how to be an influencer. I don't need help in that area. I don't have to respond to everything. And Lord know I tried to run from some of this stuff, but God dog it, they effed around and found out. Excuse me. It is what it is. I'm not making excuses. They effed around and found out. I just need people to know this is not for me, for nobody to orchestrate and get me in order nowhere. This is for us to understand, this is me. What do you all want? Because I know half of the people following me is sick of the shit. Sometimes they probably don't even want to log in. They might not tell me because they're supporters. So to me, y'all do matter. So that's the part where I'm kind of 70-30 on should we stream. Because y'all do matter. But until we can get that 100%, at least an hour should not be streamed, because we got to make sure we coming up looking like something and not like we damn drowning. And then jaywalk, I'm sorry.
I'm a drop.
Rose, I think Rose, Crown, let me say this too. There are a lot of other content creators that I would love to see in this meeting if we're going big. Rose is big. Crown, good damn content. Mario, big. Why are we not already set and written in stone how we can bring people? If we're so big, this is me. I'm not taking away from nobody else. I'm speaking for me. We need to get to a place in a hurry so we can pull the ones that are big, and it's more. I'm just not going to call everybody's name, that are big content creators, and get them involved too. Glam make cups. My niece make cups online. Taz make candles. I have people that rock with me that are big content creators. I don't give a shit how many people in their room. It's always quality over quantity. So that's why I rock with who I rock with, because it's a bunch of big folk over here. So this is my 2.2. If I get y'all 3, y'all ain't gonna understand me. Jaywalk, I want to hear from you.
I'm gonna drop, but if I can say this, one thing I would ask.
Can I hear from Jaywalk? Hold on, baby, because we done out talked and we got to share the stage. I do share over here.
Yeah, have a good night.
But don't go nowhere. I want to hear from you.
Hey, Netra. Hey, everybody. Hey, can I talk to y'all for a minute? I just want to just talk to you. Look, I only have like 5 people that follow me on this app, right? I ain't nobody in the grand scheme of things. But we need to go back to understanding that this is not just about the content creators, the big ones or the small ones. It's the people that are supporting you. Those people that clock in every day and they sit in those lives with you from the time you start until the time you end. These are the people that you need to focus on, because what you do makes a difference in their lives. If you do fucked up shit, they do fucked up shit with you. You feel what I'm saying? If your content is straight bullshit and you go after people, they with you. Them your ride or dies. They go to the wall with you. So you got to remember that the people that are supporting you are the ones that you need to protect. Because a lot of people supporting these content creators have been hurt by the stuff that other content creators have been doing. The people that are following you and supporting you are the ones that are catching what y'all call strays and sometimes direct hits. So you owe those people. You owe them. You owe them good content. You owe them decency. You owe them mutual respect for your brothers and sisters on this fucking app. I've been saying ever since I came on here, please agree to disagree and walk away peacefully. I've been saying this for over a year, and they made a running joke out of me coming up. Oh, here comes Mr. Kumbaya. But here we are today, because so many people have been hurt. So many people's lives have been damaged because somebody wants to one-up somebody else. When is enough enough? When is enough enough? You know that we are on an app that wasn't designed for us. We've got the least support on this app than any other demographic on TikTok.
Thank you, my
We
friend.
get our shit taken down more often. We get our lives banned and restricted more often. at least have some kind of decorum when it comes to dealing with each other. You don't have to like me to not disrespect me. You can disagree with me without saying, hey, you pussy motherfucker, fuck you. You don't have to do all that. I'm still your brother. At the end of the day, I'm going to the wall with you. I don't have a personal beef with nobody on TikTok. I support every black man and black woman that has a platform on TikTok. I don't go and disparage nobody's name on TikTok. You've never heard me do it and you never will. I don't care if you like me or not. You will never hear me talk bad about any other black person on TikTok. I don't give a fuck about them other people. Y'all my people. And we need to take that stance. We need to stop being the biggest problem for ourselves. We hurt ourselves more than anybody. And we need to recognize that. Remember, everything you put out in front of your supporters, they're going to latch on to it and they're going to run with it because they love you. They support you. So when you give them junk, when you feed them trash, that's what they're going to regurgitate, junk and trash. If you want a better platform for black people on TikTok, as content creators, you've got to step outside of your own ego and do what's best for your followers and your supporters. That's all I got to say.
I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right. Hey, Carla, that was good to me, baby.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. That was good to me.
I follow all of y'all. I've been following y'all for a long time, and I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Y'all do a great job. The idea was fantastic. A lot of times, people come in here and watch the lives. But like you said, sometimes it can get messy, and sometimes you want to be there. Some people come for the mess, and some don't. So I think the idea was amazing. I'm like you. I'm a decency and order. Okay, once the idea was brought upon. Okay. I think first of all, it shouldn't have been streamed. I think the first meeting should have just been with all you all. The 14 that was in the room, you all go in there and voice your opinions. You all go in there, like I said, put people in place, the president, vice president, or however y'all gonna do it. With the first, it's 14 of y'all. So all of y'all should have had a big play in that since 14 of you all, right? You all go discuss your issues that you had amongst each other. You all not stream live, just hash out what y'all gonna hash out in private. Y'all go, go do what you gotta do. Once you all do that part, y'all apologies and y'all makeup or whatever the case may be, y'all gotta get it out. Y'all all should have had it in private first. Then once you all did that with you all, don't stream it, come back. In this meeting, okay, Miss Netra, get with your audience, right? Find out what your audience wants to see from you. How can we change this app for all of us as a whole? Not big, not small, but everybody as us. Female, male, big, small, little. Ask your followers, what would you like to see change? And as this change is going to occur, start with the host, how the host can become better, how your moderators become better, what you want to see what the chat, how can we improve the chat? How can we, what words are not allowed in the chat to not make people feel, and I know you can't control everybody, but once they say you can control your
That's
panel.
asking a lot from grown-ups because when I'm in the chats, I'm beast mode.
I'm just saying, I just think the meeting should have been with you all alone. You all go down with a blueprint. Okay, this is gonna be bullet point number 1. Our hardest part is creators being hosts getting along with each other. That should have been 15 minutes or 10 minutes. I think every bullet, it should have been 10 bullets or 14 you all. It should have been a bullet point. Each bullet point should have a time marker. Have you a buzzer, make a stop, say, okay, have a announce, okay, 15 minutes. So when you're talking, let's say, Netra, your time is, let's say 3 minutes. They have a timer so then you're not being interrupted when you speak, and this timer is going to go off to alert you that your time is coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? So they can hurry up and wrap. You know what I'm saying? Wrap it on up. It was a great idea. I just think the first meeting shouldn't have been with us. I think you all should have went in there amongst you all yourself first.
I agree. The first meeting should not have been public, but we're here now. So good morning.
But I said moving forward, I just think it's like, I don't know if her name was, what was her name? Kappa and Chef.
But don't you think now the expectations, then I want to hear from Rose. Don't
Yeah,
you
I'm
think,
gonna wrap
Ron,
it up,
that
but I just hope. I
the
mean, you're doing a good job,
expectations
Netra.
now?
I love you. I
I
love
love you
watching
too,
your
Bart.
content. I've been
You
seeing you,
changed your
kind of
name.
hostile these last couple of the beginning of nurse, but you still been holding it together. I have
That's what
hope.
they tell me, but I ain't gonna lie.
Miss
If my mama
Netra,
was
you've
to
been
walk
holding
from
together
behind me and
despite
hit me in my back,
despite the baby, you've been holding together. I just want us all to get along as a content creator, so we can all have input. But I think you also host a live where you let us come up and give you all ideas on how we can improve together as one. And I'm gonna land my plane.
thank you. Rose, you need to be in that meeting, but I understand. But you should, my personal opinion, Rose, hats off to you, baby. But go ahead, I want to hear from you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning on Central Standard Time, good people. So, I've been on all four corners of TikTok, right? As a professional moderator, on all sides of TikTok. This side is very entertaining. It's very,
Thank you, Salter.
it's different, right? We have different personalities, different content creators, right? And it's up to the content creator to determine what they want on their platform, right? And control their platform. And it's their personality, their platform. Everybody not going kumbaya. Everybody in every crew, there's a Judas, right? Every crew, there going to be a Judas. But what I love about it is the fact that you all were able to come together and say, "Hey, let's make an attempt to do this for our people," because it's so many people watching us, right? It's so many people that love us. And see, I hop in everybody's box on our side of TikTok, or not box, or even in the comments to say, "Here, I'm here for support." To say, "Come on, push on. We can do this, Miss Netra. I'm proud of you." I know some call you auntie. I call you sis because we up there together, right? But I'm grateful that you all were able to have that first attempt. The first meeting, y'all, ain't going to be perfect. They have to work out the kinks, right? So I'm assured that in the next session, some of those kinks will be worked out. But kudos and hats off to you all. I can't wait to see the progress on Bigo and across all the platforms. And everybody, we gonna get it together, because if your followers follow you, they gonna follow you, baby. And that's on period, Pooh. Love y'all. I'm a land.
Here, Pooh. I will say this. I don't know who they're voting in. I didn't know we were going to vote in, but that was order. And so Kappa did a good job as far as putting people in respectful places. I will tell y'all this. Y'all probably won't see. Now, I'm more of a on the committee person. I feel like I can do more work when I when I fight on the outside. And when I say fight, that means for integrity. And like, I work on I'm on the mayor's team, but not on the board. They want me to sit on the county commissioner board. I won't do it. I like to be the one to come to the meetings downtown, and the public done told me what they want, and I read what the public want. That's how I am. I don't want to be in charge. I don't want no role. I don't want to be over the treasure. I don't want to count the petty change. I just want to come back and see what the people want. Can I be the one that run to the people and say, "What y'all want?" And then I take it back to the group
Exactly.
and say,
I can see you doing that too, and you would do a good job with
I
that.
just want to be the one that run back from the people and say, "This is what the people said." Like, is that a mediator? No, we ain't solving nothing. I just want to come tell what y'all want.
Yeah,
Because I want
and
what
I
y'all
think you should
want.
do that. I think you should ask I really think you should go live, and I know y'all gotta do your legwork, but find out what your supporters want, because like I said, we support is support. That's what we do.
Lady Freeman, she came back. I'm
And
sorry.
I think I worded voices.
Kiana.
Hey, Mario got something to say though.
Okay, after Mario, then Kiana, then Lady D, I'm gonna hear from you.
Okay.
So a couple of things, and this because I have no clue what meeting you guys are talking about or anything like that.
I know you don't.
So my first question is, was there a massive invite, or was there an invite to certain individuals?
Certain individuals. 14.
That's where they messed up.
Yep.
Right? Because everybody matters. Mm-hmm. Everybody's voice matters, right? You can't shut one person out because if you're trying to, and if I'm catching on to things, this meeting is to make TikTok better, right? Right or wrong, right?
Yes.
So why not invite everybody to have a voice at the table, to where everybody eats, to where everybody learns from one another? Netra, prime example, you know, me and Miss Netra, we talk on the back end every single day.
Damn there.
On how.
I think we were at Slam's. It was Slam's or Kevin's. Kevin. It was Kevin. However, she said she had 100 seats available. Are you thinking that 100 people should have been in one meeting? We never would have got out there.
No.
So the thing was, I think it was a group of selected people. I don't think it's wrong or anything's wrong with having just a group of selected people, but those people need to have minutes in order. There needs to be an agenda. Cause I know how meetings go. Cause I'm
gonna tell you what was gonna happen, and I didn't mean to cut you off with those 100. And I didn't see the live, but I caught up on it in the bloggers or whatever. That everybody who went to talking, they were gonna go to their profile. Oh, you only got 1,100 people. Who the hell you think you are? You ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because we heard that happened the other night with some people that was told, you ain't no damn body. You small fries, and hurt the girl feelings. But, you know, on one hand, I kind of, anyway. But this is what I want to say. It is so hurtful to support pages, and then like a content creator will come in and they'll think, I can talk over your panel. I can get in front of your panel because that is so hurtful. Because it's like, wait a minute, I support this page. You just coming through here spitting off what you feel, and am I wrong in this, y'all?
Because you are a supporter, Kiana.
Yeah.
Like you are a supporter.
No, you're not wrong.
I appreciate you.
That has happened to me a few times where I've been cussed out, and I'm like, wait a minute, I feel like I'm over my cousin's house. Because me and Netra in the same age group, so I ain't definitely finna be talking about no auntie. Me and Netra would have went to high school together. We had to been in the same town. So I feel like Netra my cousin. So you feel like if you go over your cousin's house, your cousin gonna let somebody come in there and cuss you out just because, you know what I'm saying, they feel like, hey, where I come from, that don't happen. I be want to see some of these people.
I wish you would.
I'm talking about, like, what happens? Like these,
respect, because your respect, like you said, it's respect. It's like
these people feel like they could just jump, and the reason you got 30 and 40 people, because you do go from box, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you go from box to box, stating your opinion, cussing people out, so you get 100 people to, you know what I'm saying, 100 people, like tonight, you done came up in here and cussed somebody out who support Miss Netra every chance I get. You come in here and cussed her out and got 3,000 gifts in her page. That ain't right.
Right, that's not right. Yeah.
That's not right. These people jump around getting all kind of gifts on your page, cussing out the people who support you constantly.
Right.
Then you had two others who felt like, oh, I'm supposed to wait and talk. I'm supposed to talk right now. Never mind, I drop out.
No, because it's respect. You come in my house, you gotta speak and then wait.
Wipe your fucking feet at the door.
That part right there.
Can I clarify something, and then I'll go back on mute? So when I was referring to everybody, right? Give everybody a voice, a vote, right? Because y'all was talking about voting, right? So I don't know how who's getting nominated for what and what positions and everything like that, but you should allow the people to sit there and vote that in, right? Because some people that try to be at the head of the table ain't always the right person. Because
I agree.
What motives do they have? Especially, let's say, for instance, they may be now good to be in that spot,
But if you go back to their platform, they talking about women being bees and this and that. Is that somebody you want leading the
No.
church?
Exactly. And that's the other thing. These content creators need to understand. They need to understand what celebrities understand. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Celebrities do all these crazy stunts and stuff. So stop treating people, because all it takes is one little scandal and they will do you in and won't support you and won't this and won't that. And as T.I. said, if you live by the yays and that, you will die by the boos. And that's the very reason why. That's, if you want to know the truth, that's how all this got started, with putting people in the background. One person realized putting somebody in the background brings 3,000 people to my live.
Facts.
And it makes me $400-500 in 3-4 hours. Why wouldn't I do it again next week?
Facts. Or the next day.
Or the next day. And then the next thing you know, somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. So let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Everybody is chasing that almighty dollar. And that's how people got put in the back screens and all of that. So I feel, this was me, if y'all had come to a consensus that no more putting people in the back screen, you know what was happening? The greedy folks was like, yeah, that's what, it's my turn now. I'm gonna put some people in the back screen, because that's how they built their platform. They didn't go to Wharton School of Business. They just put some people images in their background and they platform built. So now that they said they ain't gonna do it no more, I'll do it. I'll hop right in their old spot.
I think you echoing too much. You're gonna probably have to drop and come back.
Hi, Miss Netra.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, Miss J. Y'all, Kiana's still talking. Hold on.
So that's how,
I'm sorry. I thought that was Miss. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's how I'm saying. Like, to me, if it had been a consensus of, hey, no backdrops, no this, no that, all the people with 2,500 followers right now was gonna have 25,000 by next week, because they were just gonna say copy, paste, and repeat. They was gonna do exactly what a lot of these big problematic content creators have done. Like you said, Netra, you kind of got pulled into the mess. You had a good platform, good titles, good, you know what I'm saying, good things going on, and they pulled you into the mess.
Yeah.
But a lot of them started with the mess because they don't know how to have good content, good, you know what I'm saying, good platforms. So they'll drag, like they said, they'll drag you to the gutter with them.
So,
and I want to, and then Glam, after this, I want to say this. If it's going to be streamed, we need to turn off the comments.
Yep.
I feel like this. Because if you're interacting on your live, you can't, we ain't in two places at one time. I know, and you probably can, but
it's distraction.
That's not gonna work. You're gonna have to go out and come all the way back in. That ain't gonna work. That's bad. But I think turning the comments off and you just be in the meeting and let people listen, that's cool. Do that if you're gonna do that. Yeah, Kev, come up here, Kev, if you can. But I don't think we should be streaming and communicating with the people, getting questions from the people, and coming back into the meeting, because now you're not attentive. If you done missed something, we got to come back and repeat it. I say let's wait on the questions from the people after the meeting, and we do things like this after the meeting, and we hear from the people.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to clarify for people who didn't know, and Auntie, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I thought that they was bringing everybody, the ones that was being brought together was the ones who had been involved in some kind of way in the TikTok viral, whatever had been going on. And so that's why those 15 or how many ever was chosen, so that those bigger platforms could come together to create a truce, so to speak.
Yeah, that's
what I think that's why they was chosen. I don't think it was like, oh, we're just going to shut down everybody. It was just coming up with the truth to squash the beef, bring it back to what everybody original platforms was about, and to get away from what that was. And I feel like the comments during the meeting created this whole havoc as to where we're having to have this big conversation about what should have been done, who should have been involved. And really, you shouldn't be involved in smaller platforms who didn't have nothing to do with the beast that was going on. So there's no reason for them to be there, because that's not what it was about. Like, I come to Netra platform. I scroll, I see Kev the comic in the middle of the day. I scroll in the morning time, I know I'm going to see Diamond. I know 4:30, 5 o'clock, tea time is going to come on. Now, I may scroll 20 lives down and I see somebody with 13 people, but there's no reason for them to be on a platform where they're being discussed about what they can do, because they don't have the bigger platform. So that's why I thought this was being brought forth. And I feel like that comment just muddied everything. That whole, by the end of the year, we're going to get rid of this person. That muddied the whole thing for no reason.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, Kev.
Hey, Uncle
I want everybody to pay attention to what's happening, right? Even though there has, today seemed a little bit confusing, right? A little bit disorderly. Look at how many conversations are going on about it, right? Even though you got some naysayers and people, you're gonna have those negative Nancy's in everything you do, because everybody ain't meant to go with you. Everybody ain't meant to go with you, but look at the dialogue that it's creating, because everybody's tired of it. Everybody's tired of it, right? Everybody knows and everybody sees that there needs to be a change, and they not gonna change it for us. We gotta change it ourselves. Before something happens, somebody gets hurt, or just for the elevation of it all, the evolution of it all. We got to get to a point. Even throughout all this, let me say this to a lot of y'all that's got negative things to say. Do it yourself. If you got so much to say, and you think the people on it are fucked up, and we got the wrong people, and you hate this one and you hate that one, you don't like, then do it yourself. Do it yourself, and because stop being a stumbling block in front of the people that's actually trying to do something and starting from somewhere. Well, we ain't no damn Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Farrakhan and shit. We doing what we can. We starting how we can start. What we doing, what we know. Everybody thinks that they a brainiac. Everybody's an organizer all of a sudden. But ain't nobody had a conversations before now. Ain't nobody do nothing before now. Ain't nobody make no moves before now. So shut up now.
Which one you right?
If somebody's on the panel believe me, there's going to be some that's starting out that ain't going to be at the end. And there's some that's not in here now that's going to be right dab in the middle of it. Those that's buying into what we trying to do are the ones that's going to stay. It's not going to be used to exercise personal vendettas that we got against nobody. It's just not. And there has to be methods of control and the ways of going about doing it, and nobody should be targeted. And that's just it. Because at some point we've all been targeted and we didn't like it for whatever reason. Just like T said, and
you got targeted tonight and didn't even know the guy that got mentioned in the meeting. Like, I heard you say you didn't know it was a problem or anything, and he just went off and said things, and you didn't even know the guy. You didn't know Blake.
I'm expected to remember who you are from a meeting that we had, or you sat on the live last year sometime. We had a one-time run-in, and now I'm supposed to remember who you are. And yes, you do. It's not. Look, y'all. That's what we trying to stop. It ain't this serious. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. A lot of it is starting to sound a little bit like envy. A lot of it is starting to sound like envy. Yeah, we might be a bunch of nincompoops, and y'all call it dummy court or whatever you want to call it. But a lot of y'all shows seem like y'all a little bit tangy in the draws about it. A lot of y'all seem like y'all a little tangy in the draws about it. I didn't get an invite. What's this and what's that? Who's this and who's that? And what makes this person qualified and what makes that person qualified? And this, damn it, shut up.
Now that part I'm with you when you're right. I done seen a bunch of them today.
So I got a question for Kev.
Me too.
Before,
I got a question.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Can I ask a question?
Well, 49er said it first.
I just want
49er said it first. Lady, you got to echo. Sorry, go ahead, 40.
So do you feel that because people are stating their opinions as far as trying to figure out, why no invites out to everybody, and just having a general conversation, you don't think that should be done?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about though the it ain't gonna work. Y'all look stupid. It's a kangaroo court. I'm talking about the condescending, negative comments that people are making that ain't. We want suggestions. That's why we brought our panels in, our prospective panels in. I think it's a great idea what Netra just said. And even if we're gonna stream it, turn your comments off. Everybody turn their comments off.
Facts.
I think that's an absolute great idea.
No one in here has that mentality, though.
Right.
But see, it gets to the thing like we can't expect everybody to think like us, kind of thing. So we kind of gotta. It's about solving a problem before a problem exists. It's starting. This is having a trickle down effect, y'all. I don't know if y'all were watching Tea Times Live when Gen X was in the box. But Gen X was expressing the fact that even so they're having bloggers. The bloggers are getting together to talk about how they're going to start doing their content because they be putting out too much information on people and blah 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 blah. So it's having a trickle down effect.
But Kev, the biggest thing is
I heard about the two that's gonna join, and if you can't go to their live, if you're not gonna be hectic and chaotic, and you have to bash people, so they're starting this platform, I believe, on Monday, where they're gonna do the opposite of what we're doing, and so I just don't get that. But when positive starts out, the devil is gonna chase it. Remember,
but Kevin, let me say this. Your person is saying all of this happened because of him, that he was the catalyst because of what happened with him and Diamond. He no longer wants a part of it. Y'all, so this is in camp, but you came over here and said it was us. That's your camp that said that.
I didn't blame nobody.
That's how it felt.
I'm not blaming. I didn't say, Kiana, what you talking
about? My question. Hold
on, let 49er say something.
Your last statement, and so I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go back on mute. But your last statement, you said for those that want to comment about why they didn't get an invite and how they can make things better, right? Go fix it yourself.
Remember that part, 49ers. He said, and it won't work. It sounds like y'all are envious. The word he uses, envious. And I'm like, that's your camp that put that thing on sub only.
Love, he didn't clear that up. He went around that question.
Wait, first of all, hold on. You talking about me?
Wait. Let me ask. Hold on, Kev. Hold on for a second. Hold on, 49.
Wait, hold on, J-Rock.
I want to put this forward.
J-Rock, hang tight. I didn't come over here to get jumped now. Hang tight.
Yeah, I think he was
okay, so hang tight a ticket too. Hang tight a ticket too.
So what hang on.
You keep telling me to hold on. I'm just trying to clarify what you said.
Let him clarify what you said.
You keep telling me to hold on.
I'm not jumping you.
Okay.
I'm just asking for clarification.
Go ahead, Kevin.
We can dance together. We can't talk together. Okay. Nothing I said was I didn't know what I had just come in the room when Miss Netra sent me the invite. I wasn't privy to any conversation that y'all had in this room prior to me coming in here. I just walked in my line, Miss Netra. I just walked in the door. So you're 40, you sitting up here making assumptions about what I know about y'all's conversation and what was said in y'all's conversation when I had absolutely no idea what was said. So what you should do is rather ask me what my position is than making an assumption and throwing that assumption on me with your question and trying to form it as a question as though you're being inquisitive when you've already made the assumption prior to even asking the question.
So my question didn't come until after you made your statement.
Who else has something? I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth. I don't want to sit here and go back and forth.
So can I ask?
I only came up here to ask.
Hold on.
What's going on, J-Walk? What's going on, J-Walk?
Hey, Kev, mine is a two-part question. What was the catalyst to start this movement right now?
My own action. My own action.
You said it was
my own action. I said this on my platform.
I understand it was your actions, but I mean, what was it that caused you to be moved enough to want to do this? What happened?
Because I see how it was my own actions, and I see the repetitiveness. I see that it's starting to escalate, and it's getting worse and worse from platform to platform. It had nothing to do with one individual. I didn't sit and have a conversation with anybody about, some people saying it's a skit. My integrity ain't worth none of you niggas. None of you. None of you. None of you.
So we're gonna agree to disagree and be respectful, right? Let's keep it that. We gotta keep it that way. We brothers and sisters. I don't care what nobody outside of this complexion we got say. We still brothers and sisters. So we got to maintain a certain level of respect and decorum. Now, my other question, Kev, what took so long? Man, what took so long? We've been needing this for a long time, man. And I've been speaking on this. But like I said earlier, I only have 5 followers. And when I come up and I speak to my people about the hurt that we're doing to each other, they say, here he come with that kumbaya shit. Why should it take a Kev the Comic to come out?
I ain't nobody.
No, Kev, you got 500,000 followers, man.
I got 100,000 followers. Boy.
Close enough. Shit, I got 5. But look, what I'm saying is, why does it have to take you or somebody else that's big to step up, before we start recognizing what we're doing to each other?
This is not, this is not exclusive to us, right? If there are other creators that felt like they wanted to be a part of it and wasn't, you could inbox one of us, because I think there's room for up to 100 people in the Zoom meeting. So there's going to be people that fall off that ain't going to buy into what we're trying to do because they more comfortable. They make more money doing this. Some of us ain't on TikTok. Although we make money on TikTok, some of us ain't on TikTok just for the money. I enjoy what I do on TikTok. I absolutely enjoy what I do on TikTok. It has nothing, I just recently, a couple months ago, if that long ago, started doing the Cash Apps. So I don't take Cash Apps to read messages. None of that. We will let you drop somebody for $25 though, and you can mute them for 10. But that's the extent of which we go.
I think that's fun. If somebody's talking and people are tired of hearing them talk, drop them for $20 or 10 or whatever y'all doing on your panels for that. But, and I'm gonna be honest, man, like I said, the 5 people that are following me ain't probably in here right now anyway. Taking those Cash App questions, taking those questions.
Hey, Jaywalk, can we, hi, Miss Netra, by the way.
Wait, okay. Hold on, Danielle. Hold on. My apologies. Wait. You interrupted 2 men talking. Hold on, baby.
Okay. So I get it with the make your money, but the taking Cash Apps to ask these deeply moving and personal questions can be very hurtful. And Now, if y'all content creators are gonna get together and do something, man, handle that little bit right there.
My
Stop taking
platform
personal
has
questions
never
about
done it.
people. Stop taking those personal questions about people
My
and read them
platform
out
has
like that because
never
that's
done it.
very damaging, man.
Don,
That can hurt
see,
people.
this what I gotta get better at. Don, downstairs, 1970 Marie, you was over at Omar's going in on us. Going in on us. Heard the whole damn thing. And was over there, one of the people in the comments talking bad about that meeting. Now you downstairs smiling and laughing and shit. That's that stuff right there I can't rock with. Like, why are you even here? To go back and talk negative? Y'all the ones that create half of the havoc that go on TikTok. Cause I paid attention. That's why I'm on late. Because I wanted to see how many commenters that go from lie to lie to lie to lie that shit starters too. We all need to be on the platform. Them 100 seats need to start filling up fast with the big content creators, the big commenters, the big shit starters, the big bone carriers. I don't care what nobody have to say. Dawn, you need to come to the meeting because we all need work. Excuse me to the two grown men that was talking, but downstairs he and ha and when Blaze was over there talking about us a while ago, and me and Cam don't even know damn Blaze. That's what I'm talking about.
So Miss Netra and Kev, how do we get in? Like I mean, do we have to do like an application or some shit like that? Like
KO, don't start.
No, I'm not starting. I'm really not starting because I respect Kev and I definitely respect Miss Netra. All I want to say is I want to get in too. I want to see. I want to see
But
the
baby,
fucking
I got
table.
invited.
Like I used to be a big ass content creator before I taught my shit, and guess what? They took my fucking account away, and they did that twice.
I ain't got no. I have no issue with anybody that wants to be a part of what we trying to do and changing the delivery of content creators control the content. And when we control the content, we control how the people in the comments even digest and dissect that content. They're gonna move with the positivity and they're gonna move with the negativity. It's just a matter of which one we gonna choose to do. And it's not gonna be nothing that happens overnight. There's gonna be people. I don't care how many people we got. The more, the merrier. I just want it to we all be like minded in the fact that how we deliver our content should be more of a display of who we are as people or who we want people to see us as people.
Well, Kevin, they were saying that you hurt somebody's feelings and said, "Who are you?" Because you ain't got no numbers.
That's taken totally out of context. That conversation was in a yesterday on the live, and look,
I didn't hear it.
Okay, but I get it, but. This is not about one particular person being there, not being there, how many some followers somebody got, how many somebody don't. Why can't we just all be on one accord regardless of the numbers? This shouldn't even be about numbers? It shouldn't
We
be about
can,
numbers.
we can, but you got to look at the people on your team too. Your moderators, when your moderators are muting and blocking people because they don't agree with them, and the content creator has to say, "Hey, don't do that. Stop muting that person. Unblock that person. Check your moderators." That woman down there in the bottom right had a lot of good shit that she wanted to say, and she got shot down by moderators that didn't agree with her because she's a small content creator.
That's not that
right there is a valid point.
I want to address Miss Netra real quick.
That's not the case. To say that she got shut down because she's a small content creator is not the
That's
case.
not what happened up here,
That's not the case.
and I'm gonna let her address me. I didn't shut her down.
No, they were talking about me.
Hey Kev, I follow your page too, but Miss Netra, I was on here earlier, and I made the statements, and then you dropped me down. You said, "Oh no, we don't need the Debbie Dollars," but I literally watched, and everybody who came up and said the same, Jay Walk, Kev, and everybody.